Hope you guys are all doing well today. We are going to do a reading for you guys and get your messages from angels and spirit. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what does resonate and leave the rest. Just looking at the devil and the 7 of swords under there. What a funny combination, huh, Virgo? I'm not one that really goes off of those. I know some people do, but sometimes I just like to glance at them and laugh. Anyways, so let's jump into your reading. And sorry, my hair like keeps getting in my face, tickling it, or my mouth. Oh, and I'm sorry I've been so inconsistent with my videos the last week, 2 weeks. One reason, my bird needed his wings clipped. He kept bombing my videos. I tried to do them in my room, but I don't have enough room to do them in there, so it was just cards, and I don't know, they just didn't feel right. So anyways, I apologize. I will try to be more consistent with you guys. Okay, with that being said, let's get your messages. Yeah, my little parrot's up there. She still has wings. She's not a problem. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay, so there's some conflict within your head. It can also be, your own conflict within your head, and it can, or I shouldn't say or the 5 of Swords can represent you being one of those people that will, like, if you're in an argument or, disagreement, it represents someone that will keep it up until basically people walk away from it, because there's just no sense of arguing with them anymore. So, of course, we'll clarify and get a better idea of what's going on with that. All right, messages for Virgo. Thank you. Okay, you've got the 6 of Wands, so whatever that kind of conflict is, there's victory to be had. You have the 2 of Swords, a choice to make, or, two decisions, 2 paths. Justice. Finding balance, finding justice within a situation. And 4 of Wands. Commitment, celebration. Now they're coming out. Okay, 10 of Swords under the 5 of Swords. So the end of a tough cycle. End of a cycle of conflict. And Queen of Swords under the 6 of Wands. Queen of Swords is all about knowing exactly what she wants and basically, in a certain aspect, demanding it, if that makes sense. Like, not demanding it, but that's what she expects. And she's got the kind of personality that people just know that's how she is. You have the Queen of Pentacles under the 2 of Swords. I laugh because we're talking about, some people have called like the Queen of Swords kind of like the Ice Queen. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about nurturing and growing and committing, like commitment. And you have the Wheel of Fortune under the Justice card. So this could be destiny. This could be the wheel turning in your favor. This could be a pattern. Page of Pentacles under the 4 of Wands. I haven't even had to ask for a card for you. Must have, Spirit and Angels were like, when are you going to do Virgo? I've got messages for Virgo. All right, now I'll have to ask. All right, what messages do you have for Virgo, please? Angel and Spirit. What do our Virgos need to know? Tell us more about the situation, this choice. Something like one is all mental and one is all balance and happiness. What's going on within you, Virgo? The Page of Wands. Under the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Page of Wands is kind of adventurous, mischievous, you could say. It's also a card of realizing your potential. Once you realize your potential, going after it, because there's no limits to it. Two of Pentacles under the Six of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So finding balance between your victories and your Queen of Swords energy, going after the things you want. Kind of a little different reading, actually, Virgo. I don't know why it's kind of got a fire sign energy like that. This is more like your earth sign over here. Okay. You've got the Eight of Swords under the Two of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. All right, messages for Virgo, please. Angels and Spirit. What else can you tell us about this situation, this choice that Virgo's trying to make? The Death card under Justice and the Wheel of Fortune, and Nine of Swords under the Four of Wands and Page of Pentacles. Okay. So your main focus of the reading, Virgo, is this Two of Swords, this Queen of Pentacles, and this Eight of Swords. And I don't know if I'd say the thing I like, but when the Two of Swords is dead center of your reading, it's always kind of neat because it's like those swords point to two different options, two different things. I don't know why, but it usually always does like two different routes. It's almost like here's one choice, here's one choice. Which choice are you gonna make? It's pretty neat. I don't know. It's like if the Two of Swords pops out somewhere down in here, it just really doesn't have that same vibe as when it's dead center and it's one of your main focuses. So with that being said, that's how I'm going to read it. Instead of going through your main focus and like, here's kind of where you're at and here's kind of like your advice and challenges. Because that's usually how it comes up. But when the Two of Swords is right there, it really is like it splits right off into two things you're kind of dealing with, or two choices. So it's almost like on one hand you have this conflict going on, either with people or, you know, within yourself. And it has to do with this end of the cycle, this Ten of Swords, like having a cycle of just feeling like you almost have to be in this Five of Swords energy. You almost have to stand up for yourself and fight till the end, until people give up. Because if not, it's like you get another sword in your back. It's like then people just stab you in the back, or, you know, people walk all over you. And so it's created this conflict within you. And the Page of Wands, like I said, the Page of Wands can be kind of mischievous, but I really feel like the Page of Wands is here to say it's time to end this cycle with this Ten of Swords, and it's time to realize your true potential. Like, get back on track and out of this cycle, because the cycle is ending. It needs to end. And you need to realize your true potential to start going after that and not being in a conflictive mode anymore. And that, I mean, sometimes we just go through those kind of cycles. Like, trust me, I had one not too long ago, and they're hard to let go, because when they last for a long time, they put you build up these new beliefs and these new triggers and these new ways of handling situations. And so every situation is a conflict. You just automatically think, you know, this person's out to get me, this person's here to stab me in the back. And Spirit and angels are wanting to say it's time to end that cycle. This cycle is ending, and get back on track of ideas of what your true potential is, and not feeling like you have to be so conflictive. And it's time to find balance within, say, your victories, and same kind of energy as this Five of Swords, this Queen of Swords can represent. I mean, the Queen of Swords can be very... she's not all bad. I mean, she's knowing what she wants and going after it, and not doing it from an emotional standpoint, not letting her emotions trigger. Like, this Five of Swords, Ten of Swords energy is more an emotional trigger. And so now Spirit's saying it's time to find balance in your victories and in your Queen of Swords moments. And it goes right along with, like I say, in your potential. It's now time to find that balance in yourself, and get your emotions back in check. And when you're going after something or dealing with others, do it from a more clear mind, emotions in check, to receive your victories, instead of the Five of Swords victory that you're used to. Yeah, and like under your Two of Swords, it's all about starting to nurture yourself, growing as a person. Now it's time for growth for you, to make commitments to yourself to grow and your potential, and get out of your Eight of Swords energy, which Eight of Swords energy is having all these things. Like, it can be taking on too much mentally, you know, trying to help others out, you take on more, and next thing you know, you're overwhelmed and can't see your way out. It's like you're blindfolded, and the path's right there, but you just got all these swords. So it's just a matter of, now it's time to kind of go within, nurture yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, and commit to growing and being out of this mental conflict within you. And then you have, like, it's like on the other hand, you have this, it's time for justice and balance. And you have the Death card, which is all about time for transformation, time to be reborn. It's time to spin this wheel in your favor. It's like the wheel you felt like has been moving against you, and from the looks of it, you've been in a bit of a struggle. You know, it's all about conflict and victories. And it's saying it's time to make the choice and find balance now within your head and your heart, and make a transformation, which leads you to commitment, to celebrating, to you know. And the Four of Wands can also be a card of moving, like moving to a whole different country. But I really feel like in this, it's more of a commitment of, with this Page of Pentacles, a commitment of growth, a commitment of stability, a commitment of being grounded, being back in your kind of like your zodiac sign, if that makes sense, because you're a Virgo and you're all about being grounded and stable and working on your material world and material growth and inner growth. So I'm saying it's a time for that, and a time to get out of your head and start believing in your own happiness and your own growth and your own balance, Virgo. So I had another, and see, you have these 2 pages, and like I had said, the Page of Wands is kind of mischievous, and I did get another message on this when I was talking about the Page of Pentacles. It's almost like realizing your true potential. Like, yes, you have shown your potential of being able to be conflictive and, you know, stand up for yourself and win the fight. But it's now time to realize your potential and move more to the qualities and the things of your sign, your Virgo sign, you know, that more peaceful, growth, loving, grounded. And like I said, injustice is here. And this is a pretty powerful row just in itself, with justice, the wheel, fortune, and death. I mean, they're all major arcana, and they generally happen whether you like it or not. Like, justice will be served, you know, the wheel of fortune, the wheel always turns. The wheel of fortune's all about like, things keep moving, everything's always in motion. So whether you're having a bad day or not, like, you know, things keep moving. There's always cause and effect type deal. And so it's like, you know, justice will be served. Like, there will be balance restored for you. The wheel will keep turning. There is a transformation that needs to be done for you to get you back into alignment with yourself. So, you know, you may be in this mode right now, Virgo. I feel like you're ready for it and you want it, but you've been in this other cycle for so long that it's almost like, do you trust what the universe is trying to pull you towards? And, you know, angels and spirit are saying, like, yes, you know, it's time to, the Two of Swords is also like there's calm waters behind her. She's blindfolded. It's got the moon. It's a little bit of like almost being blindfolded, clearing your head and listening to your intuition. It's still kind of sword, so it's still, you know, a little bit in your head because you got a choice. But yeah, it's definitely time to get back into alignment with yourself and make that transformation and find that balance with your head and your heart. It's time to get out of your head and back following your heart here and turning the wheel and making that transformation to get you back on track of things that are going to make you happy and things that are going to make you grow, and getting the ideas that the Page of Pentacles brings, the messages and the ideas of happiness, harmony, balance, commitments, and growth. So it's a pretty intense reading. Like, even as I was reading it, Virgo, I was like feeling kind of intense, like the battles and the conflicts that you have to go to, and, like, you know, the victories and the wins. It's kind of intense. So anyways, that's what I got for your tarot messages. Let's close off your reading with a spirit animal card. While I'm shuffling these, if this reading is resonating for you, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It really helps me grow my channel And I truly do appreciate your guys' love and support by watching. I love to be able to channel these messages for you guys. And that just helps me know that people are out there watching and that it's helping you guys. So, anyways, I do appreciate it. Okay, now I've got hair on my arm tickling me. Okay. Alright, Spirit and Angels, what spirit animal do you have for our beautiful Virgos? Please and thank you. What spirit animal best represents our Virgos right now? Please and thank you, Spirit and Angels. Okay, you got 2. Must be an earth sign thing, because Taurus got 2. Okay, you got the bison, which is abundance, and the owl, which is magic. So bison, which equals abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, keep me warm through the storms of life, fill my life with goodness, teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. I don't know if you can really see, my camera doesn't really focus, but yeah, so, you know, remember gratitude and prayer, and that will really help you too with this choice in this transformation and being able to trust in the guidance that Spirit and Angels are trying to help you with. And once again, I was in one of these cycles, and they are hard. They are very difficult, and they're very difficult to get out of. I totally understand. I feel your pain. I mean, when I'm doing this reading, I make it sound like, you know, it's just time to transform. It's time to find that balance. It's time to make a commitment. It's time to grow, you know, and be happy. And it's like, I know I want that, but when you have built these walls and been in your head for so long as a self-defense and a defense mechanism to help you through lots of challenges, it's hard to retrain yourself. But you are an earth sign, which is good for the fact of you can stay grounded, and that's kind of, it's earth signs. It's easier, I don't know if I'd say easier, but it's like they're used to that stability and that being grounded kind of energy, where you start talking to a water sign about making these transformations, and it's like, us water signs are a big emotional wreck, and we're like, oh, that's gonna mess with my emotions. So anyways, it's never easy, so I do feel you, and definitely know that I feel your pain. Okay, then you have the owl, which is magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. I think that's very fitting for this, especially because that's where a lot of this 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords energy comes from, is deception. People deceiving you and like I said, you know, doing stuff, putting swords in your back, doing things behind your back, and having to do that. And a lot of times when you get stuck in this, it's because the people that, I'm not saying this is your situation, I'm just saying that sometimes in these situations, the reason that they're very hard to get over is because it's people that you do care about, and you know, their friendships, and you have some kind of a connection, and that's what's got you to the point that it's hard. It's almost like they've made you believe that not to trust your intuition at times is some of these situations. This may not be yours, but I know from my personal 10 of Swords cycle, it was people that I really cared about and loved that I didn't think would be deceptive to me and do those things. So it really threw me off. Anyways, just trying to relate. So yeah, Choose to know the truth, Virgo. Because once you choose to know the truth, it'll start helping your intuition, start clearing your head, and start helping guide you. And like I said, have gratitude and prayer. Because it's time to end that cycle. And I know I don't need to tell you that. You probably feel it yourself and are ready for it. So this is what I have for you, Virgos. I hope this helps you as you move forward. I wish you the best of luck, and you know, spirit, angels, and the universe, they have your back. So just trust in them and their love and support. And until next time, my beautiful Virgos, I send you peace, love, and light.